everyone, I'm Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Hey. Today I didn't know what I was doing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Honestly, I didn't really have a clue what I was going to film, but I thought I'm going to sit down, and the weather inspired me because it's disgusting outside. I don't know where you're from, but here in Scotland it is disgusting, and I don't even mean temperature wise, I just mean weather. For a few days there we had some white snow, some white ground. I'm here for that, that's okay. What I'm not here for is the wind and the rain at the same time all night. The streets are like slush, it's a problem. But I just looked outside and I thought, oh, I'm going to put my beige jumper on and do like a warm, light eyeshadow look. It isn't what it was meant to be, but either way I'm obsessed with it. But I didn't want to use too much dark shadows. I ended up using quite a few dark shadows, but I'm still here for it. To me this is wearable. I would wear this during the day to Asda, or you know, to walk the dog that I don't have. I don't know. The main thing I wanted to do was just have a smoky wing, so here we are. I'm rambling. So I don't want this video to be too long because it isn't, you know, it's just a quick little video for you all, a little tutorial. So I'm going to get into it. Okay, so for quickness, as I usually do, I've already done two brows and one eye off camera. It saves you the time of watching it twice, you don't need to watch it twice. And I did my brows the exact same way I always have, and I have a tutorial on that on my channel already, so go check out how I get this style of brow. The video is called My Instagram Brow. I will say though, only thing I did change, instead of using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, I used, with this by NYX, it's called Tame and Frame. Apart from MAC's paint pots, which I used to use all the time these days, I just use my concealer. I'm going to be using this new Conceal and Define concealer from Makeup Revolution. These tend to be breaking the internet a little bit, so if you want my full opinion on them, let me know in the comment section down below. But as of yet, everybody and their mum already has a review on these, so yeah, let me know. I'm just going to place that all over my eye and blend it out. I used this to actually carve out my eyebrows too today, which it did well, it did well. Make sure you're bringing your concealer or your eyeshadow primer quite far out. Do you see how far that shadow comes out there? This would have nothing keeping it on. So just try and bring your concealer out a good distance. And I have been actually loving nude eyeshadows. Nude, not really. But you know what I mean. Nude coloured eyeshadows and beiges and browns a lot more than I used to. I used to always go to colour. And I still like to, but I am enjoying my nudes. So send me some. Now, as I always say, you can use whatever you want. The palette I am going to use today, though, is by Tarte. This is the Tarte in Bloom 2. Yeah, Tartelette palette. The second Tartelette in Bloom palette. It's just like a really nice nude kind of fantasy here. You don't need to use this palette. I know Tarte is quite a nightmare to get here in the UK, so don't stress yourself out if you don't have this. Every colour in here you can find in Superdrug or from any other palette, I'm sure. But the colours I'm going to be using from this palette are Smarty Pants, Rebel, Leader and Smoke Show. But jumping into Smarty Pants first, the best thing about this type of eye is that you really don't need to be too clean with it. I like to place it in the middle of my eye, round about there, and just get blinding. Also with this type of look, you can bring it quite high in the inner corner, which I love. You don't have to, you know, make sure you're going down here. You can bring it up quite high near the brow. Get quite messy with the first colour. So when I'm at the outer corner here, I do want a wing with the shadow. I don't want it to just stop there. So what I'm going to do is just keep bringing it out. As I said, you can be quite messy. The only thing you have to remember is that you're winging your shadow. Woo. Sorry, and the brush I used for that, I think it's by Crown. It's just a really big fluffy brush, kind of like your typical blending brush, just big and fluffy. Next I'm going to go in with my Morphe MB23, which is basically the same thing, just a little bit smaller, and I'm going to go into Rebel. Basically doing the same thing with that, placing it round about here. I'm just placing Rebel in my crease, bringing it down into the inner corner, blending it into the outer corner as well, but then slightly winging it out. Next time I'm using my 228 by Zoeva, which is again just a blending brush but smaller than the previous two. I'm going to be jumping into Leader, which is this shade. This is one of the darkest shades in the palette, so please be careful. Now I don't like to bring my darker colours right inside the inner corner like the other ones. This one's just going to stop about here. And again, when you're getting to the outer corner, push it out, but just not as far. Be careful, but you want to bring it underneath the lash line. Again, not all the way in, just to about here. You want to go back to the brush that you carved your eyebrows out with. You want to put a little bit more of your concealer on that, and you want to dab it on the lid. You're not cutting a crease. All you're doing is trying to bring some lightness back to the eyelid that you may have lost within all your dark shadow. You want to dab that in with your finger. Now, acting quite quickly, I'm going to go in with... Oh, not that. Not that. I'm going to go in with this pigment by Peaches and Cream. This is called Bollywood, and it is a stunning yellow gold type glitter pigment thing. Now I am forever applying my pigments and glitters with this brush by Sephora. This is actually their Pro Precision Concealer brush. I can obviously never get one again until I'm back in America or Australia, but I love this little thing. You just want to dab that on, making sure there's not too much product on your brush. There we are. Just a really light wash. You don't want nothing dramatic because you're about to cover it all up anyway. Next thing I'm going to go in with is this pencil black Kohl Eyeliner by KIKO. It's called the Intense Colour Long Lasting Eyeliner. Yes. KIKO have just been coming through with the products, haven't they? So basically with this, again, do not be too precise. You just want to make a mess with it, really. As long as it is on your eyeline, that's all that matters. How thick you make it, that's up to you. Now I'm going to go in with this 231 Luxe Crease Brush by Zoeva. I'm going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette, which is Smoke Show. I'm going to place that on top of the pencil and blend out the top line of the pencil with a shadow so you get a kind of smoky shadow. Ooh. What I'm doing with this, I'm just buffing out the harsh lines. So we don't actually want an eyeliner that could cut a bitch. Not today. I'm also going to bring it quite high up the outer corner. I just want everything to look like it's been smoked out and blurred out with a filter. And I'm basically going to leave it there. Okay, so I've just primed a little bit of my under eye, and I'm going to go in with those same colours, starting off with Smarty Pants. Bring that up again to meet up with the rest of your wing. Because we've got all this darkness going on, I want to open my eye more instead of closing it more, so I am going to go in with this. The Lasting Perfection eyeliner by KIKO, and this is an unnude colour. Love this. We're opening up the eye a little bit. So guys, I'm going to go put on some mascara and eyelashes, and I will be right back. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now for my face. I've already went ahead and moisturised, and today I'm going to be going straight in with my Illamasqua Skin Based Foundation in the shade 8.5. Ugh. And into that I'm putting a few dabs of my Old and Faithful Pro Longwear Foundation by MAC in the shade N18. To apply this I usually use a sponge, but today I feel like using a brush. I don't know why, I want to use a brush. I'm using this 102 Silk Finish brush by Zoeva. Yes. So how have we all been? I really just want to say hi to all my new subscribers and all my new people that have joined me. I mean, thanks for all the love on a few of my videos. My brow videos almost got 2,000 views. I really do appreciate all the love, and yeah. Because I did my eyes first, when I get close to my little smoky wing, I try not to get close to it, basically. If you feel like you're having any patches or anything like that, you can fix that later, but for now, just try and avoid. Avoid. Doing your eyes first is something you have to get used to, but I will say that once you start, it's very hard to stop. Now I'm trying something new as of recently, because I don't really care if you can see a little blemish on my forehead or not. I'm going to start using less product on my forehead. I don't deliberately use so much product on my forehead, I just do, because I use so much product on the rest of my face. And I have these really bad creases in my forehead, and until I get that Botox that somebody else is going to pay for, then I just have to try everything else. And a big recommendation by a lot of makeup artists is to just not use as much product on that area. I'm going to listen to my peers and I'll let y'all know. Next thing, hey, concealer. So this is the Conceal and Define Concealer by Makeup Revolution. As I said, if you want a video on it at some point, I can definitely do that. I'm using the shade C3. C1 was just a bit too light, I think. I did buy C2, C3, and it's nice. It's a very thick consistency, I think. Anyway, I'm just going to put it there where I usually put my concealer, and absolutely none on my forehead. I'm going to use that same brush to blend this out for now, but I want to show you something. Now, I've heard that it dries fast, this concealer. I've not experienced that as such, but I think that's because I use so much of it. So this is what I want to show you. Because we've done our under eyes first, you really don't want to disrupt that. You are going to end up covering some of the eyeshadow you've put down, but the less the better. So I'm going to go in with this. No, I'm not. I'm going to go in with this brush by Peaches and Cream. This is the PC10 brush. I am going to blend out the top of the concealer with this. This way you're just being more careful. I'm going to jump into my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D and start to bronze my face. As I always say, how much face makeup you put on is up to you with a look like this, but the eyes are relatively heavy. This, I didn't want to do heavy. Like, I didn't set out to do heavy. I think this is wearable though. This is a wearable heavy. Bronzer just fixes everything, doesn't it? It really does. Okay, now grabbing this. Ooh! Now grabbing this Fenty Beauty highlighter, I'm using the shade Hustler Baby, which is this one. Clearly I like one more than the other. It's not like a super dramatic highlighter, but well, I mean, depending on who you are. I love this highlighter for my more nudie looks because it's got like a gold sheen to it. Yeah, stunning. A little bit of that on the nose. Cupid's bow. Now with this Peaches and Cream PC17 brush, it's a little bit dense. I'm going to go into my translucent powder. I know, strange that I'm doing this after highlighter and blush, but it's no big deal. So what I'm going to do is dip into that powder, and because it's quite a small compact brush, it does what I need it to do. I don't want to look too dry, I don't want to look too crusty, so I'm only going to set where I crease. Now, this is a product that I'm going to put on my forehead. I mean, it doesn't look like I need more makeup on my forehead, does it? I mean, if I had an orange face and a white forehead, I would understand, but I don't actually want to do any blush for this. I want it very beige. Next I'm going to grab this new liner that I picked up at NYX. This is in the shade Sand Beige. And pop this on, and then decide what lipstick to do afterwards. Does anybody else do that? Liner, then decide what lipstick? Oh, I like it. It's so creamy. It's so soft. Okay, I like the colour. I just don't want it to be too pink, so I'm going to go in with... I see you, bitch. I'm going to go in with Celebrity Skin by Jeffree Star. My lips are dry as hell. It's the weather. Okay, well, I'm done. And we're done. Really, it's that easy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took something away from it. As I always say, if you don't have that palette that I used, or you don't have a product that I actually use, unless I say there's nothing else like it, then there's probably stuff like it. Now I know with the brushes, I use a lot of different brushes and stuff, and that can get a lot confusing. Honestly, again, if you want a video on brushes, please let me know. But I mean, they are important, but you don't need high end, for sure. I do a little talking like this. What am I doing this for? Like this video, the thumbs up button. It's right there, girl. And underneath that thumbs up button, there's another button that says subscribe. She's a fabulous little button. She's all red and shit. Now, if you clicked her, then I would appreciate it, because that means that you're subscribing to my channel, which is free of charge. Just means you see my face more often. You won't miss when I upload a video, and just makes you cool. Makes you a nice person. But thank you so much for watching. Stay snatched. And literally, when you wing your eyeshadow, by the way, that's like snatching your face. It's giving the appearance of everything being pulled up. That's what snatching is. Anyway, stay snatched and be nice to people. Bye.